We are going to start today by singing our gathering hymn for today, Ain't Gonna Let Nobody Turn Me Round. And all of the words except for nobody is going to get substituted out in the subsequent. So we're going to ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, and then the second verse will be ain't gonna let injustice, ain't gonna let racism, ain't gonna let no hatred, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does by the end. Here we go. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around.
Good morning. Ooh.
We're awake.
Everybody awake now, right? Okay. Let's see. Good morning on this chilly and sunny Sunday. My name is Melissa Rowland. I'm your worship associate this morning. I also serve on the Covenant Development Team and the Search Committee. I think that's all I'm doing right now. I'm very pleased to welcome you to St. John's Unitarian Universalist Church. Each Sunday, we gather to seek truth, learn about love, and care for one another. As an official welcoming congregation of the Unitarian Universalist Association, we honor and value the racial, economic, cultural, age, physical ability, sexual orientation, and gender diversity of our members, friends, and visitors. A special welcome to visitors this morning. I invite you to stop by the welcome table in our lobby and join us for refreshments and conversation in the fellowship hall across from, that way. After the service. And if you are new here, please look for the yellow or pink contact cards in the pockets behind some of the chairs and fill them out so that we can keep in contact. There are many great things happening at St. John's. Please review your order of service, and you may want to check the TV in the lobby or the bulletin boards in the fellowship hall. Now, please put your cell phones in church mode, and again, a warm welcome to St. John's. I do have some announcements. Let's see. I do want to remind you, you got an email last Friday. It's a straw poll and the latest version of the covenant, the congregational covenant we've been working on for quite some time. We really need your input. It's not an official vote. It's just letting us know if we are close enough. So if you could please check your emails for it came on Friday. Check your emails and then respond to that if you could. That would be great. And Monica, I believe we have an update from the search team.
Hello, friends. Yes, I'm Monica Pellman, a member of the search team, along with Melissa, Amy Monson, our chair, Alana Oakwood, and Greg Terhune. And I'm here today to update you that the developmental ministry search team has a match for a new minister. I don't have a whole lot of additional information other than a couple of next steps. The negotiating team will be meeting with the candidate to finalize the ministerial agreement, and then the board will take a vote to approve the recommendation from the search team. And then at that time, it will be made known to the congregation. There might be people here who were not involved in our developmental search vote last summer, but the congregation agreed with the board's recommendation that we pursue developmental ministry for the next number of years. That number will be determined by the negotiating team. And during that developmental period, we will be working on some specific goals that a developmental search team and developmental ministry goals group put together. And those high-level goals include fostering covenantal relationships within our community, building trust, clarifying roles and responsibilities amongst us and with the new minister and with our members and friends in general. And then lastly, building engagement and resilience within our community. Those are our big high-level goals that we'll be focusing on with the new developmental minister, hopefully coming to us very soon. So more information will be coming, but we did want to at least update you on that. Thank you.
I invite you to join me in reciting the Unitarian Universalist value of justice as our chalice lighting this morning. We work to be diverse, multicultural, beloved communities where all thrive. We covenant to dismantle racism and all forms of systemic oppression. We support the use of inclusive democratic processes to make decisions within our congregations, our association, and society at large.
We're going to do our affirmation. Here we go. If you could recite with me. This is the mission of our faith, to teach the fragile art of hospitality, to revere both the critical mind and the generous heart, to prove that diversity need not mean divisiveness, and to witness to all that we must hold the whole world in our hands.
I invite you now to rise in body or spirit as we sing hymn 1026. of every woman in the world.
This is the time we hold sacred in our service to ground ourselves in what we value. We celebrate and honor our joys and concerns by coming forward to place stones representing what we carry into the sands of our shared community. If you would like a joy or concern to be read, please leave them on the table. And if you're joining us online, please enter them in the chat and we will share them at the end. We have Joyce today. Phyllis says, "My mother has stepped down from ICU. Thank you for the hugs and positive thoughts." Congratulations. Did I say the wrong name? No? Okay. Bill Gordon says, "Seeing all the people at the No Kings March yesterday gave me hope." And a personal joy, my daughter turned 5 on Wednesday. I have no idea how that happened. And Melissa says she's joyful that the next soup and bread lunch is 2 weeks out.
Yep. Make sure you sign up.
And as a side note, that's the last one of the season. Sign up. I invite you into a spirit of prayer and meditation with these words by Melissa Jeter. We are grateful to be in the presence of one another. We are grateful for the affirmation that being together in this community brings. Let us have hearts open with humility. Let us find our way, mindful that there is an abundance from which we can draw water, the peace of all peace that comes not without struggle or wrestling with the ways of scarcity and individualism in the world. Let us find ways to disrupt injustice. Let us find ways to accept one another while preserving our hearts. Let us go beyond thinking and suspend judgment. May we be changed and held in love. May we recognize and receive grace, for none of us alone has the answer. So be it. Amen. I want to invite the kids forward and anyone else who would like to come for our story for all ages, but I realize I've mostly blocked the steps. Do you want to, you can sit up there or you can sit in the chairs. I was thinking about stones and I didn't want to block that path, and then I ended up blocking the steps instead. Gonna need a holder for the microphone. So today we're looking at and thinking about the UUA common read for this year, which is called Social Change Now. And she also wrote a children's book called We Are the Builders. And it's by Deepa Iyer. And so we're going to read this book together. And you should also be able to see the pictures on the screen. wherever you're comfortable. Well, I'll move the pages around. Welcome to our community day. Ready to find your role to play? Good. My name is Ramla. I'm your guide. Follow me and stay by my side. So many grown-ups and kids are here. Everyone wants to volunteer. There's plenty to do in our town. Help new friends plant trees in the ground. The time is now. Let's play a part. Listen and learn. What moves your heart? We are the builders. We farm and forage, construct and fix, improve homes with nails and bricks. See those old desks, tables, and chairs? Good as new with some repairs. Who wants to join the builders? We are the caregivers. We comfort, console, soothe, and cheer. Care kits for all near and dear. Acts of service and words that mend. How can I help my new friend? Who wants to join the caregivers? Yeah. We are the frontline responders. We plan and protect. Stay prepared. Storms brewing, but don't be scared. Stock cans of soup, bags of fresh fruit, gather warm coats, gloves, and boots. Who wants to join the frontline responders? We are the disruptors. We declare, demand, demonstrate, call for change, don't hesitate. Raise our voices, banners, and beats, meet and march out in the streets. Who wants to join the disruptors? There we go. We are the experimenters. We scan, invent, and improvise. Solve hard problems with fresh eyes. What if these used bottles and rags could become backpacks and bags? Who wants to join the experimenters? Oh, I didn't skip a page. We are the visionaries. We dream, imagine, and inspire a world we can all admire. Fresh air, clean water, safe and free, bright futures. That's what we see. Who wants to join the visionaries? We are the weavers. We stitch, we braid, we intertwine. Common threads link hearts and minds. When people fight or disagree, find what connects you and me. Who wants to join the weavers? We are the healers. We renew, restore, and relieve. Tend to those who cry and grieve. Sometimes when the world is too much, we nurture with breath and touch. Who wants to join the healers? Yeah? That one really jives, huh? We are the storytellers. We sing, we dance, we create art. Bring joy and love heart to heart. Vibrant murals preserve our past. History's cherished at last. Who wants to join the storytellers? Yeah? Of the different roles to play, which one feels like you today? You could become a guide like me, show new folks what they can be. We mentor, we advise, we steer, share wisdom, honest and clear. Now that it's clear what we can each do, we want to hear from all of you. What role would you choose? Who would you be? How will you change your community? And this part just talks about how this connects to the larger book. And in the back, you should have gotten some of this page in your order of service that has it all laid out on a map. I don't think I have a slide for that, though. So we're going to use that a little bit later, too. So that is We Are the Builders. Thank you, everyone.
Did anybody bring any donations today? Awesome. We'll let the children gather them while we sing.
Am I allowed to touch that? No. Good morning. My name is Nancy Henry, and today is my opportunity to share with you why I make a pledge each year to support St. John's. When I was a young child, a long time ago, my first allowance was 25 cents. I was required to put 5 cents into this cute savings bank I had, and I had to put another 5 cents into the offering plate at church on Sundays. I was allowed to spend the rest of it as I chose. Therefore, the need to save and to donate to the church was instilled in me at a young age. I grew up Methodist. It was the biggest Protestant church in my hometown of Sydney, Ohio, so it was the center of my social life outside of school. I loved being there because my friends were also there. There were all kinds of activities that came out of our church, so it served as another community for me. As a young adult, I had moved to Cincinnati and I had drifted away from church. Fast forward 40 years to 2010. A longtime friend, Debbie Combs, who had been a member here at St. John's for 12 years at that point, mentioned to me that if I ever wanted to return to church, she thought that St. John's would be a place I would like. It seemed like a novel idea, and I decided to try it. And to my utter and complete shock, my husband, Phil, also decided to come with me for my first visit. Those of you who know him may know how shocking that can be. Both of us were immediately enamored with the flexibility of Unitarian Universalism. As Debbie had noted, St. John's is a place we could feel comfortable with our own religious, or more accurately, our lack of religious beliefs, but we were also thrilled with the inclusivity of all people, no matter their sexual orientation, gender identity, race, beliefs, age, ability, etc., etc. My career as a teacher in a conservative school district had forced me to be very careful in how I expressed myself, both in the classroom and in the teacher's lounge. Upon arrival at St. John's, it was clear that I could finally be myself. It was a marvelous feeling that I don't think I had ever fully experienced, and I felt liberated. Phil and I both signed the book and jumped into a variety of ways to contribute time and talent. Phil worked mostly in RE and was a beloved leader of middle school-aged kids.
Over the years, I've counted money, been part of chalice groups, led the membership team, and served on the board. Presently, I help with the auction, the rummage sale, and I organize the Santa's Kitchen fundraiser. Debbie and I are also spending this church year filling in as co-leaders of the membership team. With every experience, I work with different people and I learn from them. Becoming involved was not difficult. However, when Phil and I signed the book and were handed the guidelines for how we might consider a pledge, I must admit that we were a little overwhelmed. I'm sure our first pledge was quite small. Until I attended a budget meeting, it never crossed my naive mind that there were bills to pay just like at home, electricity, water, etc. And I certainly did not understand that a UU church is completely self-supporting. Of course, the largest part of the budget is salaries for our wonderful staff. And it's really important to me that we do pay our staff according to UUA guidelines. This is one of the ways that we live our values. In 2014, I helped with some of the activities surrounding this church's 200th anniversary. That time was really special for me and made me aware of the deep roots and the flexibility of St. John's. Also, the feeling of community here sustains me. I'm reminded of the community of my Methodist church growing up, but the community of St. John's fits me so much better. When the worship associate each Sunday reads the welcome statement that includes all people, sometimes I get choked up. For this reason alone, I will always support this church. We are resilient and getting stronger all the time. Excuse me, and I hope that more and more people will find St. John's to be their church home like I have. And now, from our awesome pledge team, here's what you need to remember in order to make a quick and easy pledge. We have a special web page on the St. John's website with all the information and links. You can use the QR code in your order of service to access it. Every Sunday between now and April 19th, the pledge team will happily answer your questions, receive your pledge, and thank you for your generosity. See Winnie, Charles, Joetta, and Adrian just outside the sanctuary. We rely on our members and friends to support the operational budget of our church. April 19th is the day we hope to conclude the pledge campaign. Thank you for your generous support.
The offering that we take each Sunday is an opportunity to recommit to this place, to these people. It is as much a ritual as singing together, lighting our chalice, or reciting our unison affirmation. It is a reminder of that form of love we call generosity. It is how we show what we believe is important and to help our community to say yes to the values of our faith. Thank you for your offering today.
So energizing. Yeah, definitely. Our reading today is titled Revolutionary Love by Dania Edwards. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for my faith. My faith that our collective love united can draw out the evils of empire and hate and greed. Together we create a love energy more powerful than any force of oppression. Because when two or more people are gathered side by side, arm in arm, shoulder to shoulder, the force of love ignites liberation. Revolutionary love calls us to know ourselves deeply, see God in the stranger, find beauty in the imperfect. Revolutionary love calls us to find the divine in dirt, the holy in heartache, and the sacred in scars. Revolutionary love calls us out and then back in. Revolutionary love calls us to be better and to do better. Revolutionary love calls us to heal and hold each other, because none of us would be here if it weren't for our faith in each other.
Please rise and body your spirit as we sing hymn number 1017, Building a New Way.
I'm going to have CJ show you a video, and the instructions on the video are to pay attention to how many times I believe it's the white team passes the ball. So we'll watch the video. Hopefully you can see it. Can you? Okay.
The monkey business illusion. Count how many times the players wearing white pass the ball. The correct answer is 16 passes. Did you spot the gorilla? For people who haven't seen or heard about a video like this before, about half miss the gorilla.
Anybody see the gorilla?
If you knew about the gorilla, you probably saw it. But did you notice the curtain changing color or the player on the black team leaving the game? Let's rewind and watch it again. Here comes the gorilla, and there goes a player, and the curtain is changing from red to gold. When you're looking for a gorilla, you often miss other unexpected events. And that's the monkey business illusion. Learn more about this illusion and the original.
Fun, huh? So a few of you saw the gorilla. Did anybody notice the other two things, the curtain and the kid other? CJ says yes. The first time Virginia showed me videos like this, I couldn't believe it. I was pretty sure I also thought they were changing clips. Even knowing that something unexpected might happen, it's possible to miss what is right in front of us. I remember how startled I was the first time I saw one of my elementary school teachers at the farmer's market. It never occurred to me that she would do something like go to the farmer's market or eat or maybe even leave school. And suddenly, like, my world opened up. I wondered if my other teachers were like doing things that I had missed this whole time. In our lives, we think we couldn't possibly miss it when something so obvious happens. But we get distracted by anxiety, by fear. We get distracted when we are overwhelmed, or we can be so distracted by what we expect to happen that we miss what is really going on. How often do we miss seeing something when it's in a form we didn't expect? When faced with the unexpected, we are often unable to see it right in front of us. It's easier to travel the path we expect to find before us, and we can fail to see the potential within the unexpected along the way. And that can happen even when we expect change. Only a couple of you saw the gorilla. Did you know about this kind of thing before? So you saw the gorilla. Did you expect other changes? At this moment in our country, we are faced with so many changes. Some we expected, but so many we didn't expect. There are often outrageous actions there's so many outrageous actions that it's impossible to notice everything. It's impossible to respond to everything that we are faced with, even as we work toward that value of justice. But here's a truth that I want to share with you today. While so much is changing in the world around us, we too are changing in ways that will help us meet this moment. And like with the changes in the video a few moments ago, we might not even notice when it's happening. As I said earlier, my daughter Addie turned 5 this past week. And like many families, we have some birthday traditions that help us recognize the changes that have happened over the last year, including recording her height on a height chart. We were there every day of her growth, and yet, like many parents, we marveled. How did she get so tall? Birthdays, holidays, holy days, water communion, flower communion, returning to rituals year after year can help us pause and reflect on how even as the world around us is changing, so too are we. The natural world reminds us of this truth too. This time of year brings many examples of living beings meeting their moment as plants and animals adapt to longer, warmer days. Many birds are changing their feathers, preparing for the challenges of spring that are so different from the challenges of winter. I wonder, too, if they notice their changes as they occur. I wonder if they, like Virginia and me looking at our daughter, ask, wait, when did that happen? There is something beautiful and reassuring about the fact that we are changed in ways that prepare us to meet the moment, even when we don't recognize it's happening, even when we haven't forced it through our own will, through our own wisdom, even when we feel overwhelmed or tired or uncertain about all of it. We are brought along in the changes of the world and prepared by natural processes, by the spirit of life and love, by one another, to play our part in it. We are being made ready for the new season. We are being made ready for the work of living our values in this ever-changing world. We spoke one of those values together as our chalice lighting this morning, and I'm going to say it again for you. We work to be diverse, multicultural, beloved communities where all thrive. We covenant to dismantle racism and all forms of systemic oppression. We support the use of inclusive democratic processes to make decisions within our congregations, our association, and society at large. This is one of the values that unite us as Unitarian Universalists. And since General Assembly, Unitarian Universalists in many places have been talking about how to meet the moment that we are faced with in our country today, how to come together and respond to all of the changes in our world at this time. We will discuss how we at St. John's can continue meeting the moment as a congregation on April 19th after the service. And I hope you will be there for that. But today I want to give you another frame of reference to use when thinking about how we can best respond to the world around us. It comes from our common read, the book Social Change Now, A Guide for Reflection and Connection by Deepa Iyer. You heard the basic version of her framework a few minutes ago in the Story for All Ages. And I encourage you to dig into her book yourselves. The sheet that you got with your order of service on one side outlines her ecosystem, and will help you in a few moments when we talk about it. The other side has the values of Unitarian Universalism. In her book, she reminds us that we all have a role to play in social change. And as individuals, we may even occupy multiple roles in a single ecosystem. For example, you could be a visionary here at St. John's, while another community, you may be one of the weavers. And all of the roles matter. We need weavers, experimenters, and disruptors, just as we need storytellers, frontline responders, and visionaries. We've talked before about how we all have a role to play. Someone needs to bake the cookies for the organizing meeting for the protest. And someone needs to be at the protests. Who made it yesterday? A good chunk of you. In a few moments, what I'm going to ask you to do is take a few minutes to discuss with the people around you, or if you're feeling adventurous, go across the room and discuss with those people. And if you're part of the St. John's community, talk about what role you play here. And if you're very new or just visiting, talk about your role in another community you value. And remember, you may hold one role, you may hold more than one, or you might not be sure. We have 2 tables up here that you can visit, and there are star stickers available. You may even keep one if you would like. On the table, I invite you to put stars. On this table, I invite you to put stars on the role or roles you hold. The black table is for current events. On the blue table, I invite you to put a star on a role you might feel called to hold in the future. And these can be the same roles or different ones. Deepa encourages us to think about what roles we want to hold and what supports and resources we need to make that happen. So when you get into groups, discuss the roles you feel you hold and those you feel called to hold here at St. John's or in another community when you value. And when you are ready, anytime you are ready, you are invited to come forward and place stars. There are circles with labels below them into the roles that you hold and that you hope to hold in the future. And when there are 3 or 4 minutes left, I will ring the singing bowl 3 times so you can have a sense that we're coming close to the end. And you can come up if you haven't had a chance. When it's time to return, Stephen will play for us. I didn't warn him about that fact. Discuss. Hello? There we go. If you haven't had a chance to put a sticker on, you can also do it after. Yeah. Well, I'm going to finish the sermon, so. My beloved spiritual companions, the world around us is changing, and so are we. Sometimes in ways we intentionally cultivate, but often in ways we don't even notice as they are happening. We are being changed. We are being prepared to meet this moment. May we continue to gather together as a community to recognize and honor the beauty and the changes in ourselves so that we can each find our role in this changing world. Blessed be. Amen. And once again, if you didn't have a chance, they'll be here after the service.
That was our count your neighbor, or greet your neighbor as well. So please rise in body or spirit as we sing our closing hymn, Let It Be a Dance.
Knowing that the work of justice is not yours alone to carry. Go as healers and builders, as storytellers and caregivers, as disruptors of harm and weavers of connection. Go trusting that each role matters, that your presence is part of a larger whole, and that together we form something stronger than any one of us. When the road feels heavy, may you remember the network that holds you. When the way feels unclear, may you listen for the voices beside you. Go in peace, not to do everything, but to do your part with courage and compassion. And may you find again and again that you are not alone. Go in peace, go in love. Amen.
from Rheingold? Or not Rheingold, the Valkyrie?
Not really. I saw the Valkyrie at La Scala,
Oh, okay.
yeah, years ago. So funny, the two stars, and there's one point where they embraced and they could barely reach each other.
That's hilarious.
And the weird thing at La Scala, there are practically no bathrooms. There's, like for women, there's one stall on each floor, I mean, they warn you in advance.
Oh, okay, yeah.
People.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
That's so strange.
Yeah, it's a very old house,
True.
and it hasn't been renovated.
Oh, true. That's funny.
But you expect, there's a door for women, and there's one store, it's not even a stall, it's just one person at a time.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. Well, have a good rest of your day.
Yeah, we're going to, matinee musicales, duo guitarists
Oh, cool.
from Australia, I think, from Charles, North Carolina.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
How's your opera going? Was it well received?
Oh, yeah. We're still talking with a couple of places. CCM might do it. We'll see. Really.
I count money today.
Yeah.